Hey VC, this is Harvey of Spin the Black Circle, and welcome back to Friday Night Vinyl. Happy weekend. Hope everyone is well and doing good things. This is a finds video involving 10 very eclectic LPs. I'm very much playing catch up from last year because I didn't I didn't get to do anywhere near as many uploads as I wanted to do. But that's great because it means there's a rich variety of stuff to fill up some of these Friday Night Vinyl uploads. So I'm going to start with the 10 albums. A very welcome reissue of a 1969 psychedelic record by Churchill's debut. I think it was the debut album by Churchill's. Known as being the first, I think, Israeli psychedelic rock record. Actually, I think it might be Anglo-Israeli, so British stroke Israeli band. But this is excellent. I'd heard this actually from a friend who had the original, which is worth well over £1,000, came to my house a year or two ago and played it on my system, and I thought I'd never be able to afford a vinyl copy of this. So this I think it's a Spanish reissue from last year. It's dead flat, quiet, silent. Is just amazing. So for what, £25 instead of over £1,000, this psychedelic rock classic by Churchill. I think it's self-titled, from 1969. So that is a gorgeous buy and a really nice, well done and well thought through reissue. Everything from the packaging to the pressing is amazing. So Churchill's, you can get this quite readily. I think 1969 LP, self-titled. Stonking, if you like, psychedelia, psychedelic rock. I have to say this was multiple genre. We're going to go across the kind of disco funk now. Disco funk, I would say, for the latest LP by US funk disco, or really funk artist Nika Costa, and this is Dirty Disco from, I think, 2024, her latest LP. One word here, Prince. If you like Prince, Nika Costa has always been, and particularly on this LP, heavily influenced by Prince Rogers Nelson. But, you know, it's not just a pastiche, it's not just a copycat. This is a really good LP. It's one of the best Nika Costa LPs I've heard. The other notable one is Everybody Got Their Something, which I think was her debut LP in, I want to say 2001. But this is 2024. She's now in her 40s, I think. It's really good. It's, if you like Prince, kind of classic era Prince, you should buy this. And it's just a really cool LP with some superb songs on it. White vinyl, really nice package. So yeah, Dirty Disco by Nika Costa, her latest LP. Certainly exceeded my expectations because I lost track of her for a while there. So that's really good. And then one of my grails that I managed to pick up in 2025. I'm not a James Brown completist, but I want especially those great 70s James Brown LPs. The real noted ones, and I'm getting there in terms of that back catalogue, and I've added to that with James Brown's Hell from, I think, 1973, or was it 74 this was released. Really cool double LP by James Brown, quite politicised, but it's got those long strident guttural funk tracks which is one of the reasons I really love the 70s James Brown output. And the key track on this, it covers an entire side. It's well over 10 minutes long, and it's called Papa Don't Take No Mess. One of the key James Brown tracks. If you haven't heard it, if you've got a streaming service and you don't want to wait to get this vinyl, just stream the full version of Papa Don't Take No Mess from either one of the streaming services or YouTube, and it's one of those lengthy tracks that just goes over in a flash because it's so good. But yeah, James Brown's Hell, one of his signature 70s albums, absolutely amazing. This is a UK Polydor original in VG Plus, or maybe even near mint condition, so I couldn't turn it down. For a reasonable price too. I think it was about £40, which is a bit of a bargain for James Brown's Hell. Double chugging James Brown funk. Let's stick with the funk theme, and this one I really was excited to pick up not so long ago, and that is an original UK pressing of Sly and the Family Stones, There's a Riot Going On. Absolutely superb. Big hit from this, of course, was Family Affair, but there's a lot more than that going on here. I mean, Sly was in a bit of a state by the time, by all accounts, this was recorded, because he was is kind of, you know, stoned a lot, and things weren't going well in his personal life and maybe financially, but you know, there's drum machines on this, and a lot of it was self-recorded by Sly rather than much of the family stoned. But it's nevertheless, it's one of those LPs that, you know, out of adverse conditions of the artist, out of that adversity came an absolutely amazing album. So do I think this is the best Sly LP? Possibly not, but it's one that is rightly noted as an absolute classic. So epic UK original, absolutely gorgeous. Don't see this on shelves much, so I had to snap it up. There's a riot going on. Sly and the Family Stone. I really should get Fresh, the one that I think was immediately after this. That's a really good LP too. Another one that I kind of tried out because I like this artist, and I'm really glad I did, was a 1975 Blue Note jazz funk album by Donald Byrd, which is Blackbird. Absolutely sensational, cracking band on this. The Mitchell brothers, famous 70s jazz and funk producers, produce it. It's just immense, funky, really easy to listen to. Somewhere it's dead center between jazz and funk, maybe slightly towards jazz, but absolutely amazing. Donald Byrd, what a chameleon, you know, founder of the Blackbirds, his solo stuff, jazz and then moving to funk and some soul there. But yeah, what an amazing LP this is on the 1975. I think that is on that blue 70s Blue Note label. VG Plus, I want to see, absolutely amazing analog pressing. It was about £20 and worth every penny. Astonishing. And then another grail, again, we're going back to funk stroke jazz on this. I never thought I'd get my hands on either an original or a reissue of the 1971 LP Awakening by the Pharaohs. Wow. I managed to find it online. This is a love and hate reissue, audiophile reissue, actually from a few years ago. It sounds amazing, and this is a cracking LP. Yeah, this is more funk than jazz. Features, I don't know about this LP, but the Pharaohs definitely at one point featured Morris White, who was laid out with Wind and Fire. Don't know if he's on this album, I'll have to check, but nevertheless, top to tail, amazing funk LP. Don't know why this hasn't got a wider issue, because it's up there with, you know, the best you'd ask for from funk, up there with Kool and the Gang, up there with Ohio Players, and up there with Isley Brothers, all of that stuff. It's just really fantastic, and also very melodic funk rock, US 70s funk rock. So Awakening by Pharaohs, please, for anybody who's a music fan, labels out there, give this a wider release because it's absolutely fantastic. This was an interesting find from Bridge 2.0 Records. So it's by a jazz musician named Wally Badarou, who had a close association with Level 42 at one point. And this is his Echoes album from, I think it was from the late 70s, early 80s. I should check these things. But the most famous part of this is there's a track named Mambo that is the key sample on Daydreaming by Massive Attack from the Blue Lanes album. I think that's on, or is it on Protection? It's on either Protection. I think it's on Blue Lanes. But anyway, this Wally Badarou album, it's all instrumental. It's cool. It's really easy to listen to. Kind of more like kind of background music, but not in a bad way. Kind of jazz funk, electronic, and lots of keyboards on it as well. But yeah, Echoes by Wally Badarou. Don't think you can actually stream this. You'll have to buy it like I have, or maybe YouTube it. But it's really good. Echoes by Wally Badarou. Need to try more of his stuff. Still 3 albums to show you. I'm going to get more and more mini Ribbit and stuff after how much I enjoyed the Adventures in Paradise LP. And this is the mini LP. I think the last LP she recorded before she sadly died of cancer. She may even have been diagnosed with cancer by the time this came out or was recorded. But it's an excellent album. The production values on this late 70s are going up and up. So heaven knows what she would have sounded like with better and better productions had she lived and got a bit older. But this is excellent. Key track on this is Memory Lane opening track. Really incessant and pop track, but it's excellent. The production, a voice, she's got that whistle register voice. But Minnie Riperton, I need a lot more of her stuff. and this is excellent. And I was sad that she died, I think in her 30s, actually, quite early 30s. 60s female psychedelia trio, that's not very common, is it? This is quite a rare LP, actually. It's the second LP by Cake, Slice of Cake. I can only describe it as kind of pop psychedelia, really cool on the MCA label. I'd say this is somewhere between VG and VG Plus. It looks cleaner than it actually sounds, but nevertheless, what an excellent LP. You're looking, I got it for cheap, but you look probably another £100 for this Cake LP. The first one, can't remember the name of it, but that is supposedly better regarded, but I really enjoyed this. The Slice of Cake by Cake. I thought, is this a compilation? I don't think it is. I think this is their second LP rather than some sort of pulling together of various stuff in a compilation. But anyway, whatever it is, it's absolutely excellent. Pleased to have it. It's not cheap, so it goes on my for now it's on my wall at the top. You might see it in some of the videos. I've got kind of 4 albums above, behind, and 4 up there. It goes up there because it's a cool cover too, right? Last but not least, and I left this to last deliberately because I do get a bit fed up with the kind of whole audiophile thing. I love Steve Westman and I love the channels that and In Groove who show us what's coming out and what can be reissued, what is being reissued. That is that where care and attention has been applied to the pressing. But this one really did. I thought, really, this has been issued, I think, by Souvenirs by Dan Fogelberg, released by Acoustic Sounds at considerable cost. I got this UK original on Epic Records for £2 from my local record shop in the bargain bin in near mint condition, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. All analog 70s pressing. If the analog production one that costs about 10 times this is better, then fair play, but it must sound unbelievable because this already sounds like, you know, a really well recorded, mixed and mastered 1970s album with slam and with amazing soundstage and acoustic instruments and fantastic production. So just be careful, I guess, is the watchword on these analog reissues. And nobody talks about Dan Fogelberg and how great a songwriter he was until Acoustic Sounds decided to release, I think it was Acoustic Sounds, Souvenirs. But anyway, there you go, £2 and it sounds absolutely fantastic. So there you go, hope you enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed buying and, as I say, listening to those albums. Probably do a few episodes like this where I just catch up on some amazing stuff that I bought last year or even earlier. And I will come back shortly on. I've got my idea for what's the fuss about in terms of the next artist for that series. And I'm sure I'll have other ideas and things that I do over the coming weeks and months. So thanks very much for those who subscribe and like and watch my channel. It's really appreciate every single one of you. And I hope you have a fabulous weekend. From Harvey, over and out. Peace.